I've been thinking about happiness, or rather, the lack of it that so many of us experience in our lives. Now, some of you might be thinking, what does this Hollywood actor know about happiness? Well, let me tell you, he's been through a fair share of ups and downs in life. He's experienced fame and fortune, but also faced his own personal demons and struggles. And through it all, he's come to realize that happiness is not something that comes from external circumstances. It's something that comes from within. So why aren't we happy? I think there are a lot of reasons for this, but I'll focus on a few that I think are particularly relevant. First of all, we live in a society that's constantly telling us that we need more. More money, more success, more possessions. We're bombarded with images of people who seem to have it all, and we're made to feel like we're not good enough if we don't measure up. But the truth is, material possessions and external accomplishments can only bring us temporary happiness. They might make us feel good for a little while, but that feeling will eventually fade, and we'll be left wanting more. Secondly, we're living in an age of constant distraction. We're glued to our screens, checking social media, watching Netflix, and scrolling through endless news feeds. We're so busy trying to keep up with what's happening in the world that we forget to take the time to connect with ourselves and the people around us. We're missing out on the simple pleasures of life, like a good conversation with a friend or a walk in nature. And finally, I think a lot of us are simply not living in alignment with our true selves. We're living lives that are dictated by society's expectations or by other people's opinions of us. We're not pursuing our passions or doing the things that make us come alive. We're not living in a way that's authentic to who we really are, and that can lead to a sense of emptiness and dissatisfaction. So what can we do about it? Well, I think the first step is to recognize that happiness is not something that can be found outside of ourselves. It's not something that can be bought or achieved through external accomplishments. It's something that comes from within, from living a life that's aligned with our values and passions. We need to start taking time to disconnect from the constant distractions of modern life and connect with ourselves and the people around us. We need to be intentional about the choices we make in our lives, and make sure they're in alignment with who we really are. We also need to let go of the idea that we need more to be happy. We need to learn to be content with what we have, and appreciate the simple pleasures of life. We need to cultivate gratitude for the things we do have, instead of always focusing on what we lack. And finally, we need to remember that happiness is not a destination. It's a journey. It's something that we need to work on every day, through the choices we make and the way we live our lives. So, folks, let me tell you, happiness is not some elusive thing that we'll never find. It's something that's within our reach, if we're willing to do the work. It's something that we can cultivate in our own lives, and share with those around us. And when we do, we'll find that life is a whole lot sweeter. Alright, that's all I've got for you today. Keep living, keep learning, and keep spreading the happiness. If you like this video, please subscribe,